We are so excited and happy to announce that a live-action reimagining of Moana is in the works.
Sorry, what? Now let's just get this out of the way from the top. I don't actually think that a live-action remake of Moana at this point is a good idea. The movie's not even 7 years old. It's not like we've forgotten it. Plus, it was a good movie. It's not like you can't watch it today because it was made in a different time and projects some outdated values. The movie is literally fine. And the people who would watch the remake today, the kids, could just as well watch the original animated film. Like, maybe I can understand how some kids might watch some of the earlier Disney films, like some of the 2D animated films from the 90s or the 80s or like back to the 60s, how they might watch those films today and think that they look a bit dated. But Moana literally looks better than like half the animated films that you see in theaters today. So what gives? Why are Disney remaking Moana? I think I might have an idea of why they're doing it this soon. And it's all because of one man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, from the very beginning, Moana has pretty much been a film built around Dwayne Johnson. He was one of the very first actors cast for the animated film. Like, he was cast way before they found an actress to play Moana. And even in this announcement video Disney put out where they announced the Moana remake, The Rock talks about how Moana and the Hawaiian and Polynesian culture is very close to his heart. And you have to admit that he is pretty important for the film. Moana's story would have been the same if another actor had played the character. But the way that that character is being portrayed in the animated film is very much linked to The Rock. He has had such an important role in the realization of that version of the character. Maui might be a bit wider and have longer hair than The Rock, but he is just The Rock. So I no longer think that you could take The Rock out of that character. That character would be completely different if another actor was playing it. So if you're going to make a remake of Moana, you pretty much have to bring back The Rock. Like, making a Moana remake without The Rock as Maui would be like making a Aladdin remake without Robin Williams as the genie. Oh wait. But if they're going to do a remake of Moana and they're going to bring back Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui, they have to do it while he can still play the character. Now, I know it seems like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is actually some sort of demigod who will outlive all of us, but in reality, he is 50 years old. At some point, he's just going to get too old to play the character. I mean, I know that Disney could technically just digitally de-age him, but I think The Rock would want to actually physically be Maui. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? So that is the main reason I see why Disney might want to do the remake of Moana now. Is it a good reason? Not really. Do we need it? Nope. Another reason for the remake I've heard suggested is that The Rock is just tired of his kids not believing him when he says he's Maui, so he just wants to be able to point at the screen and say, "Look, that's me, I'm Maui." But right now, that is basically all we know about this remake. The Rock will return as Maui. There's not even a release date yet, so it's probably going to be at least a year before they start shooting. We don't know if any of the other actors from the animated film are coming back. Maybe they'd be able to bring back Auli'i Cravalho, who played Moana in the animated film. Now, I think she was around like 14 or 15 when she played Moana originally, and she's 22 today, so she might be a bit too old to play this like 14 to 16-year-old character today, in live action at least. But then again, she does have a somewhat young face, so maybe she could reprise the role. That would be cool. Now, you might be out there thinking, why are they remaking Moana? Why don't they just make a sequel instead? But if that's the case, I have some good news, because they're actually also in development of a Moana series for Disney+. So while we may be getting a pretty pointless remake, we are also going to get some new stories about Moana. That series is set to come out next year. But that is pretty much all I had for you today. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the Moana remake? How soon is too soon for a remake? Do you think The Rock could get too old to play Maui? Should they bring back Auli'i to play Moana? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. But that's it. That's pretty much all I had for you today. My name is Martin Riise. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and so long. What can I say except you're welcome?